Welcome to Blocks. In this video, we want to examine the investment tab and how to review an investment using the Block software. We're going to be covering off on loading a ticker to get a company's details up, the key elements of the investment tab, and most importantly, how to actually record your results against your investment process, firstly by associating a process with an investment, and then by reviewing a process and scoring. So within the app, the first step is to navigate to the Investments tab. And so there's a couple of opportunities for you. Enter a ticker code. I'm going to do BHP as a fairly generic company. Enter the ticker code and we can see that the details for BHP are loaded. Once the ticker code is loaded, within the Investment tab we can see a number of boxes. The most obvious is the Company Information tab, which contains generic information about the company, share price, market cap, and description and sectors. Further down the page we can also see that there is more detailed company financials also provided by FactSet with 10 years of historic financial data and 3 years of consensus estimates. The next step for investors is to review your investment using your investment process. The first step here is to associate your investment processes with each investment. What you'll notice is that your default process is associated with all of your investments, but you can also add additional processes for particular companies. So if you had a software process, you might want to associate that with software companies in addition to your default process. In this case, to make things simple, I'm going to show you how to add the generic process, which will be the default process for all new users. So simply click on Add, Generic Process, Add, and Apply. So the generic process is now associated with this investment, and we can now proceed to rating our investment against our processes. This simply involves, for qualitative factors, if you hover over the score, you get to choose your qualitative rating, excellent, very good, etc. We'll just put excellent in this case. And you can also add a comment. And we can rate the other factors, average, below average. Don't pay any attention to my assessments here. For the valuation, rather than hovering over the score, we actually just enter a valuation. So if we put $50 here for BHP, that would constitute an average rating because the valuation and the share price are within 20% of each other. And again, we can add a comment. We can also add a generalized comment. What you'll see is the score. These elements of +3 to -3 add up to give you a total score for the investment. We can also assign a relevance rating for factors we think are more important than others. So we might think that the balance sheet has a very high relevance. Management for BHP could be run by anyone, so we'll put that as low. Valuation, not so important today. And the business quality, very high, strong assets. And what we'll get then, instead of a simple summation of the individual scores, is a weighted average score based on the factors that we think are more important. You can finish off your review by adding detailed commentary, which is basically a summary of your investment thesis. Once you've done that for a number of companies, you're free to go over and review the summary of all your ratings in the screening model. And for more detail on how to use the screening tab, you can see the next video down below.